What's been because you do lose your mom to the
Repeat the question. The sacrifice.
The sacrifice I make lending my mom to the world is it hurts more than other times. I mean, when my mom goes on a trip for a week or like 7 days, a week or 5 days, it's not. It doesn't really hit that. It didn't really hit my soul that much. But when she's gone for 2 weeks or 3 weeks at a time and come home for one day, it kind of leaves like an imprint because I know my mom's out there doing something. I just don't know what it is or when she's getting home or what she's doing, if she's okay. And it kind of feels, I want that like motherly energy, just that wake up in the morning, cook breakfast, we cook dinner together. We share a lot of memories and we do a lot of things that are fun. But when she's gone for half a month at a time, and I barely see her when she gets back because she's doing things like this, and it kind of makes me think of like, well, how would it be different if I had her around all the time? Like, how would it feel that like having a mom that stays at home every day, goes to work 9 to 5, and comes back home and sees you after your school and goes to all your baseball games and everything? But I don't regret what she does. I mean, I know that she's helping lots of people, and it's a small sacrifice I have to make for it. But I mean, I guess every kid wants his mom to be home a little bit more than what they are.
If you were the dad and she was your daughter, and the roles were exactly the same, you don't even have to repeat this question because it's a hard question. If you were in that position, what would you do differently to show her the love that she deserves? Does that question make sense?
Yeah. What I would do differently? Well, I can't really say that I would bring them traveling with me more because when we talked about this, I decided that when I get in high school, I'm not going to travel around the world as often, just to keep up with my studies. But I guess it would be trying to work it out so that I come home more often, even if it's just for a day. Just to share that one hug in that month-long period, it means a lot. It means a lot. I mean, being able to actually like look in your mom's eyes and hug them and touch them, it means more than hearing them over the phone or hearing them like in a video chat or something. It means it's really different. If I was the father, I would do something like that. I would come home once every couple of days or once every week, just to be able to have that physical connection.
Thank you very much.
What's really funny is that it's the physical connection that when I'm rubbing on him, he goes, "Stop, Mom." So it's really important, I think, to understand that our children don't always know how to verbalize in the moment what they're wanting and what they're needing, because we're really close, and I've taught him how to express, and that there are no repercussions to the truth. There might be an outcome, but I'm not going to hold it against you, and I'm not going to beat you up for telling the truth. And yet, when I am home and I'm up under him last night, I climbed in his bed. Was it last night or this morning?
It was last night.
Last night I climbed in his bed, and he was like, "Mom, get out. The bed isn't big enough for the both of us." And I insisted on being in his bed, and as you see his size, he got out of bed and he scooped me up and he picked me up, and I said, "Put me down." Like I didn't realize he could pick me up. And so sometimes I feel like I'm crowding his space, but because I travel, what I realize is, and what I'm realizing more, is that the space and the connection is as important to him as it is to me.
What's the greatest thing you love best about your mom?
And this is not, the greatest thing that you love about me, answering that, is not connected to your allowance. It's really not.
The greatest thing I love about my mom, I love the fact that she's comfortable and is always willing to help other people, and that she finds the time to also treat herself and doesn't give from an empty tank all the time. I love the fact that she always knows what's too much work and what's not enough, and when she needs to take a break and just sit down. I remember sometime in the past, I always just tell her, Mom, take a break. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. But now I feel like she's gotten that to the point where she knows when to settle down. And yesterday we watched 3 movies in a row from 6 to, I think, midnight. It was just one of those moments where I knew that she was taking a break from her work. And even though she works at home most of the time, I knew this was a definite moment where she was actually relaxing.
What's your greatest memory? If you had to sum up one memory, greatest memory of Mom at any age you were, what's your greatest memory of Mom?
My greatest memory, I think.
Your greatest memory has to be me beating you in laser tag for your 11th birthday. Oh no, I'm sorry, that was my greatest memory.
My greatest memory with my mom had to be our family trip in Catalina when I just turned 13. When we went to Catalina, we had all this fun, but it was about an hour and a half when me and my mom just sat down and talked about what I wanted. We talked about what would make me happier, how would her traveling and me wanting my mom not interfere with our relationship. And we just talked and sat and we discussed how our relationship was going and if we were heading in the right direction. It was just one of those things that like old couples do. But like it was a really special moment to me because like me and my mom don't really talk about that kind of thing that often anymore.
You know, what's wild is that listening to him, I know I'm the only one in this room that knows all the things that he's done. So it wasn't the standing on top of Tabletop Mountain in South Africa. It wasn't having lunch with the Queen of Swaziland. It wasn't, laser tag any one of the 5 years we've gone. It wasn't Magic Mountain. It wasn't any of that. It wasn't surfing in Maui. It was just time. It was quality, transparent, soulful, authentic time.
Last question. Honestly, this has been sacred to me, honestly. If you could give your mom any gift in the world, what gift would that be?
I've been thinking about this.
So if I
can give my mom any gift, it would have to be 1 month at home where she doesn't have to worry about travel and speaking. It would just be, she could still make the amount of money she does, but she can just relax the entire month. And she doesn't have to worry about emailing and all this other stuff that business people do. It can just be sitting at home enjoying what time she has.
Wow, that would be the gift you give me.
That would be the gift I'll give you, if I could find it.
I love you.
Love you too.
Yes. Thanks.